Brooks faces 77 charges, including 6 counts of homicide by vehicle relating to the deadly Waukesha Parade massacre. Prosecutors say Brooks rammed his SUV into the annual holiday parade last November, killing 6 and wounding dozens more. Jury selection in Brooks's trial began on Monday, just days after presiding Judge Jennifer Darrel ruled Brooks could represent himself. Throughout court proceedings, Brooks has maintained he is a sovereign citizen who does not recognize the name Darrel Brooks. On day 2 of jury selection, Brooks was removed from the courtroom even before potential jurors were brought inside, after interrupting the judge multiple times.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about Darrel Brooks. Darrel Brooks is the man that I'm not going to even say is accused of. I mean, he did run over people, killing some people at the Waukesha Christmas Parade last year. So I'm going to read to you an article because this thing just took a crazy hot mess turn of events, okay? This dude apparently, so just to take you back, so Darrel Brooks is accused of driving through the Waukesha Christmas Parade and has changed his plea to not guilty by reason of mental defect or disease. And let me tell you something, this guy has a severe mental issue. If you have been watching any of the clips from this trial, I mean, he is like all 6 chicken nuggets short of a Happy Meal, okay? So here's what that means for the trial. Brooks, 40, is charged with killing 6 people and injuring more than 60, accused of driving his SUV through the Waukesha Christmas Parade in November of 2021. So this is like, we're almost up against the anniversary of this. But what's crazy is that he has decided to defend himself, okay? And you guys saw the video at the beginning. It was hard to watch, okay? This is like literally a waste of resources. And I don't mean to say that not everybody, everybody is entitled to a fair due process. But you got to ask yourself, like, why do you feel like you need to defend yourself? Is it because you're so batshit crazy that nobody's going to defend you? No defense attorney in their right mind is going to stand up and make a case for you? I don't know, right? But we're going to read this article together because I haven't read this article. Talking about Darrel Brooks defending himself, a lose-lose situation is what experts are calling it, okay? So what this says is Darrel Brooks will represent himself in the Waukesha Christmas Parade attack trial set to begin October 3rd. So it's already started. You guys saw the clip, okay? And there's tons of clips online. Circuit Judge Jennifer Darrel ruled Wednesday, September 28th. Brooks faces multiple charges in connection with the November 21st incident, including 6 counts of intentional homicide and 61 counts of reckless endangerment. Let's see. The trial was already going to be painful for witnesses and the community, and Brooks' decision added unpredictability to the mix. Yeah, because it kind of makes it a big joke, right? Because this guy's not an attorney. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's struggling on the stand to ask witnesses questions. He doesn't know how to ask the question, so he's asking these really broad statements. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why people pay a lot of money to go to law school, to be well-versed in the law. Had you been well-versed in the law, Darrel, you wouldn't have done this to begin with. Okay, so let's not fake the funk now. All right, so it says Darrel's decision leaves Darrel Brooks in the unusual position of defending himself against a score of charges. Brooks has had a high school equivalency diploma, but did not attend college. Darrel says he has a constitutional right to act as his own attorney if he is mentally competent. Okay, which I'm kind of confused about because he changed his plea to kind of, I'm not mentally competent, so I'm confused how this is all working out. Mahan says it is Brooks' Sixth Amendment right to do so, but it isn't good news for any party involved. I think it's bad for him, says Mahan. I think it's bad for the community, and it's a lose-lose situation. Darrel warned Brooks he will have problems understanding the rule of evidence, when to object to rulings, and how to examine witnesses without any training, but she can't stand in his way. It injects a degree of unpredictability into the proceeding that in the end also puts in the issue of the perception of legitimacy. It also makes the trial personal, as Brooks will question the witnesses himself. So that's probably going to be very awkward for them, being questioned by the guy, that had something to do with either the death or the injury of a loved one. Here, where you have such a violent incident where so much trauma the community is feeling and individuals that will go on the stand, it really amplifies the potential for that pain. Maine explained Brooks was represented since November 2021, so there are some things already set, which is good. I guess there was somebody representing him, and there might be some information that they just turned over to him. Those things that are really important to the architecture and kind of control of this proceeding have been put in place. This decision by Brooks might not change the verdict, but Maine says justice could be lost in the process. That's interesting. I don't know what that means. Whether the victims were treated respectfully and whether this feels like a legitimate process. So maybe that's what they mean by that. So, we'll be talking about this case. I'm going to be watching it. I've seen a few videos. I haven't sat and watched the whole thing. But there was a video of him or a picture of him sitting on a table. He had his jacket pulled over his head. Then there was another situation where he stood up and started acting crazy in the courtroom. And walking around with his shirt off, and the judge had to put him back in his place. So the guy is just, off the rails. And, honestly, this has to be something very, very difficult for the family to watch, because it's kind of making a mockery of the situation. And these people probably want justice, and they're like, this is ridiculous. We need somebody in here that's going to bring this to a closure and get some justice in this situation. So I'll keep you guys updated on that as we go along. But let me know what you think in the comments box below if you'll be watching the trial. I like to watch these trials. I've been learning a lot. I swear to you, at the end of all these trials, I could probably go get a law degree if I wanted to. I felt the same way after COVID. All the medical documents I read and everything, I was like, oh, I'm an expert in mRNA. You can't tell me nothing. But at any rate, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, share this video, make sure to comment, and also to subscribe, and I'll be back with another one. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.